Hey y'all, it's your bud. I wonder if this light is on. The place is kind of, I just got in. Oh, the light is working. It's your bud, AVT Pro. Oh, dick. Sorry. Oh, that's what I look like. I gotta turn on the video guy. I knew it was the reason why I wanted to blog. so, as y'all know, Buffalo lost the basketball game the other day. And, sorry about that. You know, I was going to learn basketball. I'm not a sports fan, but I'm not really into basketball. But, you know, I don't know a lot about sports. But, you know, keep shooting them hoops, Bills. Somebody said that there was a curse, a Sports Illustrated curse, that you should not appear on the Sports Illustrated curse. That I saw. That I know about. I saw that the other day on the news. I just happened to be flipping the channels. I'm trying to watch some TV. I watched Thor, and that was great. I had a good review of the villain, Laffy. Okay, so I'm not so bad, right? I don't know anything about football, basketball, but to call a villain Laffy, that's a good one. It's your bud, y'all. AVT Promation. As y'all know, I was working on a film. Film. I was working on a film, and the film is going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was actually thinking about going down there. I want to see Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to turn this way a little bit. No, this way a little bit. So I was actually going to go down there because I did the openers. I did 2 openers. Very nice. Logo. I didn't do the logo. I didn't design the first logo. The second one wasn't really what I call a design. I just, you know, I did some typography on it. 3D. I was gonna do a video of that. I was gonna do a little tutorial. Forgot. I have to actually do a visual effect now. So, so the openers. I was thinking about going down there, going down to Atlanta, Georgia. I hear a lot of good things like that. Might be the new Hollywood. So AVT Pro is in doing the films, and I give God the glory because you know, I don't really promo for this, so, and I want to do films. So to have that happen is, you know, it's only got to be God. And plus, it's a Christian film. So somebody, it was funny. I'm not going to go into how I got the film thing, but it's working, y'all. It's working. And so I was going to go down and check it out, the opening. I think it's so it's called Sunday Morning Rapture, and it's going to be phenomenal. It's something you got to see, and it's going to be shockingly good. And I saw some of the parts of the film. It's shot well. Their DP he's uptight. I mainly deal with the executive producer, and so he calls up here, and I send the work down via the internet. And so it's work and it's jobs, and you know it's different from my bigger clients. You know. My other clients, my international clients, I should say like that, like, you know, some of the corporate work I've done. So I'm growing. You know, and as you know, I set out to study, but it's been 10 years now. So very interesting. And, which I'll get into that. I want to talk about that. But I thought about going down there because I want to see Georgia. And I heard that the Georgian women treat a brother good, you know, that they had the hospitality and stuff like that. And so a brother has to basically, you know, I heard good things about it. So considering I'm a single man, but the problem is if I go down there, right, the movie will start, right? And since I did the openers, they'll be the first thing on the screen. So the first 2 openers on the screen is going to be my animations, right? And so You know, I figure if the movie come up, and the openers, I see myself, I'm gonna jump up and start. I might even be like, it was so good. Did y'all see that? They'd be like, why you crying, man? The movie ain't even started yet. Help me, I can't breathe. That's good. So, anyway, so I was thinking about it. I was thinking about going down there. I got to learn how to drive, so I got my car in the back. So, and I'm really still trying to start my business, and so I also want to talk about the president and the situation. I read an article that it seemed like it was discouraging. I think I saw it on Yahoo, so I don't know how it really is. So I'm talking about he's an underdog and we're no better off. And that's crap. I'm better off right now. I'm better off, and America is better off. And I want to trounce on some people too, because, there's people that talk about jobs and what we got to do to get jobs. Now, granted, 15 years, manufacturing jobs are gone. The people sent them overseas. They even send them my job overseas. The technology. They at least promised me 20 something years ago. We want to send all the jobs. It was planned. We want to send all the jobs overseas. I ordered pizza and chicken wings. So me and my dad got something to eat, right? That's my dad. Anyway. So, anyway, so so they said it. They knew they was gonna do it. Oh yeah, we're gonna send all the industrial jobs overseas and leave the high tech jobs so America could do the high tech, and so we'll be a high tech nation, right? Now we got slower internet than anybody. We don't have no infrastructure. Our trains, our trains are bad, right? Like they got what do they call it? In every other country, they got like those high speed trains. But they even send the high tech jobs. Now believe me, I talk to people from India on my Facebook. Love them. Vic wrote DMM. The guy is he's a great guy. Right? I think he's a real great guy. Okay. I work with David. David is my partner. He's from China. I love him. We just did the Western Union thing. It's Chinese. I didn't understand a word of it. You know, Great. I'm glad it had to work. So there's work out there. But they sent a lot of the jobs, the manufacturing jobs, overseas. So I think the president is doing great by trying to create jobs out of it's not manufacturing. We're service and all these kind of things. We need real jobs. That's still not manufacturing. So they sent our manufacturing. So that's the problem. That's why other services, nursing and stuff like that, or entertainment or whatever, you know, it's not manufacturing, creating stuff, creating and producing. So that's a real big problem. So I commend the president on it, but it's also really sad right now because the Republicans is going to lock it up and make America look as bad, almost as bad as the way they left it. About to tilt over the edge. So, it's bad, and as far as him and his evolving, my attitude is evolving. Nobody should be denigrated and stuff like that. The homosexual stuff is basically the God had determined for Israelites, and so when they were just like no, they didn't tolerate it at all. But the rest is to teach and stuff like that. You know, God didn't tolerate that among His chosen people who was supposed to spread the gospel. So, everything ain't applicable to everybody. So as far as I'm concerned, but as far as God's will, He wants to see us, in the best situation, and obviously being with a woman or a man being with a man is not the best situation. It's not the way God made it or intended it, you know. you know. Nor did he intend sterility, and that's what a lot of people try to use that as justification. That it's not about productivity and stuff like that and creation and stuff. That's an infirmity, and so that goes to the point of people taking and using their infirmities of others to further their cause. It's real sad. I saw a woman today, and she was like, "Nobody cares." See, that's really bad. When people say nobody cares, people do care. People do care about, nobody cares about you personally, but as a nation as a whole, you know, it's not, I just saw something on television about America and the intent of America about, prohibition in the 1800s and the Templar Knights and the sober people. America was not supposed to be a nation of drunkards. It's not the intent or the heart of the nation, and they understood that. So they did things to prohibition, and then honestly that didn't work, and so that created crime and stuff like that. And so they eventually, they regulated through other means of penalization, and we do it now. Everybody has a right to drink if they want. They had 14-year-olds, they would drink, because they had to work early and stuff like that. They had to work. They were working when they was 12, 13 years old, So they drank just like grown men, Nowadays they can't do that because we as a society said that this is not a proper way for us to function. And to say that we don't have a right to do that in our society, to uphold the intent. I don't care if you do right or wrong or if you mess up or anything, but the intent is, I got some kind of bug or something. So the intent, is for us to have a certain amount of moral integrity, and we understand that within the nation. And so, again, I am not against, it's not about denigrating nobody or to play the pity card, oh, we're second class citizens. It ain't got nothing to do with it, to rearrange the moral intent of the obvious, like marriage and stuff, is just improper. So, and that's obvious. It's very obvious. So anyhow, so back to the job thing. The last part is I blame partially Americans. There's a lot of Americans with nice cars and won't go look for a job. I don't know how to drive, and I'm working. Praise God, glory to God. At least I'm working. Because I could not be. I could be here hungry. Truthfully, and and I will go hungry instead of going out there and selling drugs, and saying, "Oh, I'm just doing it because I got to," No. So anyhow, but it's people that won't do it. You go out, get out there, and you got a nice car. You should have a job. There should not be any excuse. You should if you got a car. But nowadays, in the old days, speaking of the 1800s, they would go. They didn't have a job. They say go west or go here. They go where the jobs is. Really, a lot of Americans need to go back to China or India where your jobs at. Anyway, I'm going on. Should be some food coming here pretty soon. God bless you all. Love you all. Haven't blogged in a while. Excuse that doohickey on the side of my head. I try to vlog a little bit more. And next time, basketball, look, Bills, when you go for that field goal, throw it out like, do that balling thing. Anyway, God bless you all. And stay on Sports Illustrated.